Okay, so I'm at a steampunk convention and I just wanted to know why you got into steampunk.
I think it was sort of an aesthetic that I liked, but I didn't really know what it was, I guess, and I heard partially had a friend who was into it, just sort of explained some of the stuff that was involved in it, and then I went to the steampunk exhibition, I think it was 2 years ago, I guess. Awesome. And I sort of threw together a random costume of just sort of like random things I had in the house, sort of, and oh, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just sort of something it's an interesting aesthetic because it's sort of very much a modern take on the old aesthetic, and there's a lot of things that you can play around with it. Like you could have the Victorian aesthetic of the corset without all the misogyny that comes with women must wear corsets and women must stay in the home. You can be a crazy airship captain and have fun with it. It's basically just as fun.
Yeah. And what are you today?
I am Alice Matsumore's captain of the Miranda airship. Do not mess with me.
I like it. Okay, could you stand up and give us a twirl, show off that wonderful costume of yours?
And the name was pretty much just an anagram of my actual name, which I came up with when I was very bored one day.
That's really cool.
And then it just sort of fell into place. I don't know, it's fun, basically.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
So what was the most fun part of your costume that you put together?
Trying to construct the bustle. It's sort of...
Oh, very nice.
It's kind of technically a pillow and a sash and some headbands.
I've seen that version.
But it actually works fairly well.
Yeah, that's good.
So it creates the right silhouette.
So is that like your favorite part of your costume that you have on right now?
I think so. This is pretty good. It's actually just an old butter gun.
Oh, that's really
cool. And then
cool.
I just painted it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I just painted the gold bits. The rest of it was all kind of
already there. That's awesome.
It's kind of fun what you can find in thrift stores.
Cool.
I think that's another thing I like about the steampunk thing, that it's all very much
alteration
DIY,
and making
like
your
it's
own.
not really commercialized yet. It's something that's very much about.
I've seen a lot of commercialized stuff though.
Yeah, but it's also very much about your own take on it, and I think that's where the root is. Like you don't have to have a lot of money. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be a hobby where you have millions of dollars to spend on fancy things. It's just whatever you can find and put together, and it's all.
That's how I feel about it too.
Kind of fun.
Can I just see what? Oh, that's really cute.
Yes, this I actually, it was like a, what you call it, like flapper headdress.
Oh yeah, that was. Okay.
And then I just put it on a cheap top hat and added some lace, and it sort of came together as something a little bit fancier than it actually is.
Well, anyways, thank you for letting me interview you today, and I hope you have fun at the rest of the convention.
You are quite welcome.
Yep.
And you as well.
Alright, you guys. What's a lovely couple like you doing at a convention like this?
Going on adventures, of course.
Adventure time.
Yeah. So what got you guys into steampunk?
I got him into it.
Oh yeah?
It's not quite accurate, but...
Well,
why don't you tell her how you got into it, and then
I got into it through a friend of mine who did her wedding steampunk last summer.
Oh, very cool.
Back in Winnipeg. And then I came here, I dressed up steampunk for Halloween. This lovely gentleman was dressed up cyberpunk for Halloween.
Yeah.
And he took a book that he had. He had The Difference Engine by William Gibson and Bruce Sterling.
Yes.
And he came by my place to offer if I wanted to read it, because it's a steampunk style novel, very good if you haven't read it. And used that as an excuse to ask me out as well. So kind of got a history.
Yeah. So how long have you guys been into the steampunk subculture?
Well, I was going to mention, so I'm a big science fiction fan, just sort of in general. Steampunk is sort of a subgenre of that. Is not something that I was especially aware of until fairly recently. I think probably the first thing that like kind of really stood out as like, hey, that's steampunk, was probably something like Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
That was kind of like at the first time where it was like it was very much a part of that kind of aesthetic. But I mean, growing up, I had read lots of H.G. Wells and Jules Verne, and I love all of that stuff and still do. So it was very easy for me to kind of get interested in sort of an alternate history kind of thing. And then besides which, I mean, like my actual studies it's all 19th century music and history, so this is very easy to come up with some kind of persona around that. So she's sort of this adventurous kind of figure, and I was kind of going for a Jena romantic out of Germany or Austria, somewhere like that.
So what's your favorite part of your costume you have on today?
I would probably have to say the false cuffs. We made 3 sets of them for my friend's wedding last summer. And so these are actual antique clock parts that we have on there. My sister did that part.
Oh, cool.
And then the cotton antique style lace as well, and some velvet. I don't know, there's something different that people don't usually have because I made them, so.
Yeah, I was admiring those cuffs from far away. I'm like, oh, those are nice. And what's your favorite part of your outfit?
For me, kind of less is more. This is the first time that I've actually come to sort of a convention kind of thing. Having a lot of fun so far.
The first times you kind of dressed up for a convention?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the idea was going sort of for like Saros Young Vata kind of.
I have a favorite part of his.
Oh, yeah?
Ponytail.
Yes, you can.
Oh, that's very cute.
Yeah. It's there.
Yeah.
We were hoping to get like a gold vest or something like that, but couldn't really actually find anything like that, unfortunately. Maybe for next time. Probably the coat was the best find. We got this at a thrift store for not too much, which was quite nice.
And was most of your outfit a thrift shop buy as well?
No, mine's kind of everywhere. One of the skirts is from the internet, the other one's from my mom. The corset's from the internet, this is a thrift store. Made the hat, made the cuffs.
Yeah. Did you like buy it specifically for the convention, or did you buy it for another reason?
Most of it I bought for my friend's wedding last summer.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so I had most of it. This is new.
Yeah.
The rest of it I had since last summer.
Oh, that's handy, right?
Yeah, just, I do medieval reenactment stuff as well, so I have costume is like half of my wardrobe.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the convention. Thank you for letting me interview you guys and talk to you about why you got into it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So all of this wonderful stuff is made by this lovely lady here. So, how long have you been doing leather work?
I'm in my 3rd year now.
Wow. So what is the most exciting thing you're going to be making recently?
I'm working on a pair of chaps for a beautiful 6'4" gay male who attends the gay rodeos every year in Calgary.
Yeah.
So that's coming up in July, and I can't wait to see his hear the feedback on those.
Yeah.
So that's just another niche market I'd love to get into, is building custom cowboy western stuff
Oh,
for the
that'd be
gay
really
rodeos.
cool. Yeah. And what has been like your favorite steampunky sort of outfit that you've made?
I'm enjoying my random. I've been putting patinas on brass, and I'm kind of work in progress. Doing. I have these garter belts, but I have some others that I'm working with my patinaed metal, and then body harnesses. But I like the random length belts. And one of my main products is belts, and those are all hanging on my rack there. So I custom fit all my belts. And,
well, that's good.
So they fit, perfectly snug.
I need to get a new belt. Mine just like totally fell apart on me recently.
Your one for your jeans?
Yeah. Anyways, thank you for letting me interview you.